this season, Bella, you're stepping into more stunts, more action than we saw in last season. What was that like for you in training and prep, and then just mentally getting into that zone with Ellie?
I really loved it. It was what I was most excited about like going into season 2 was getting to train and be strong. It's nice to have a reason to exercise that isn't just for your own personal health. So that was good. And the actual then execution of stunts and stuff was really fun. I had a great time. I got so battered and bruised. The stunt team did absolutely everything they could to protect me. Yeah. But I still somehow managed to get bruises every time. I think I commit a bit too much, but it was a great time. I was absolutely exhausted the whole time, but had a lot of fun doing it.
While you were stepping into that, was there ever a moment or a scene, and obviously you can speak generally to not give any spoilers away, where you were like, wow, I didn't think I could physically do that, and I'm pretty proud of myself?
Yes, I had some of those those moments happened quite frequently, not necessarily because of the actual stunt, but because of you pile up months of exhaustion, and then there were days where I'm like, well, would wake up and be like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna do today.
You didn't get out of bed.
Yeah, there's times I've never had this experience before where I thought my body was just gonna like cave in. A feeling of like an instability in your body. I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen. So I think there was so many times during shooting where I would feel proud at the end of the day that I like even, especially when it was a stunt day with all of this exhaustion. Some of the later episodes, there's quite a lot of physical work, and just had no idea how I do it. And then you just do, like you kind of just do, don't you? And then pay the price.
And pay the price for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
By the time the sun comes up tomorrow, there's a very good chance you'll be dead.
Mission accomplished, got it done, great season. And I wanted to ask the both of you, and starting off with you, Pedro, given that this season is all about evolution and growth, I'm curious for each of you individually, as actors, as creatives, how do you feel from season 1 to season 2 that you grew in your art and in your craft, and how did that change the way that you approached Ellie and approached Joel?
You go first.
Me go?
Yeah.
It's interesting that you say it's all about growth, because I think it's all about growth for some of the characters. I think other characters are quite stuck. And I think that to step into a very, what's the word, stubborn paralysis, let's call it, for Joel, that is fueled ultimately by the desperate fear of losing Ellie, and the most important person to him, I think, actually, as much as he's trying to evade vulnerability, you have to step into complete vulnerability to I guess tell that story, right? And so that definitely felt like very scary territory for me. I, more than I'd ever experienced on a previous job, felt like how I felt at the time was very applicable to the playing of the scene. I was really I was sort of injured and exhausted and kind of in a low place. And thank God Joel was there to
See you through.
help me work that shit out. And also my incredible scene partner Bella, and the family of The Last of Us, and everyone did grow incredibly from season 1 to season 2 in so many ways.
Oh, I love hearing that it was like art imitated life a little bit for you in a sense. Were you able to work through that and have that therapeutic experience? And how about for you, Bella?
Yeah, that happens more often than you'd think.
Yeah.
That was also the case for me. Like, there was a lot of stuff personally that like reflected stuff in the show, and it was, yeah, it's crazy how that happens. And yeah, I mean, there was this like 5-year gap in the show between season 1 and season 2. It was like 3 years or so in real life.
There's a big gap for us though too. Like we ended what, June 22, and we started in the beginning of 24. It's like 2 years.
2 years. And in that time I did.
Year and a half.
2 years.
2 years, 2.5 years.
I don't know. Let's not do the maths.
All of a sudden.
You're stuck on it. But in that time, I didn't work very much, which I like. So my main growth, I think, between season 1 and season 2 was learning how not to work, because I'd been on production since I was like 11, and then worked basically non-stop up until the end of season 1, and then there was this like lull, and I didn't do very much, so I had to learn how to be a young person and not be working, which was a challenge. And so, then coming back to the show, having just done this one series called Time, which was an incredible experience for me to come back. And I was really happy to be back at work. And
When did you rest?
I will.
I didn't see you rest very much.
That's the thing. How do you define rest?
You right.
My rest is like working rest, even when I'm not working.
Right.
Pedro, I wanted to ask you, just given the trajectory of Joel this season and everything that he goes through, what is one lesson or one thing that you think you will take away from this character?
I'm not intending for this to be such a kind of personal interview, but I'm realizing.
You're very open. It's really nice.
I don't know why. I gotta stop. Close
Close the doors.
I feel like Joel in season 2 is an extreme example of what can happen if you don't face the truth, and I think that in these teasers and in the trailer, Catherine O'Hara, who's so incredible in the first episode that you got to see, is saying just say it, just say the thing, face it, face your fears, and I know as I get older, I am shocked into recognizing how hard that is to do, and how dangerous it is not to do it. So there's that.
Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I ask the questions, but I never expect it could be like.
I expect a good answer.
And Bella, I wanted to ask you, because in the first season, you faced a lot of unwarranted misogynistic comments from fans based on the casting. Caitlin's kind of going through the same thing this season. I'm curious if you guys got a chance to kind of chat about that or give her any advice on how to deal with it.
It's more, I think we've not chatted about it particularly directly. It's more just this like mutual understanding of it, and knowing very much that we have each other's backs, and that I definitely feel as she doesn't need my protection or my advice, but I feel we're like almost protective of like all of the new cast coming in and being like, it's none of that matters. Like, I've been through all of that for season 1, and I'm sure they've been through it for different shows and stuff, but it's just learning how to make those voices not matter to you, I think, is what I've learned.
Or give it any airtime at all.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't deserve it. And it's all just noise and bullshit.
It's just noisy.
As a man, let me explain it to you.
Thank you so much.
Oh man, no, I appreciate that, and it's true. Whenever I saw the comments, I was like, what?
And it's still happening, but I feel like it just gets less important. It's not important to me anymore.
I love that. I'm like, let good casting be good casting.
Hell
You're
yeah.
gonna fall in love with the characters anyways in the long run, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And clearly they have. But thank you both so much.
Thank you.
I wish we could chat more. I will be at the premiere though. So
See you then.
See you
Thank
tonight.
you for being our
Thank
therapist.
you.